Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and in studio with me today I have the remaining seniors of the Wilmington High School baseball team to go around the room. We've got John Roofe, we've got Sean O'Brien, and we've got JR Haggerty. Welcome, guys. I want to go through the room. Just introduce yourselves, how long you played baseball, what position you play. Start with you.
I'm John Roofe. I've been playing baseball my whole life. I play the outfield, usually right field.
I'm Sean O'Brien. I've been playing baseball since I was like 11, and I play third base.
My name is JR Haggerty. I play first base and pitcher, and I've been playing baseball since I was like 4, probably, like T-ball.
I want to talk about John going his whole life. Wow, that's a long time, John.
Yeah.
Very devoted
Just
to
going
the
around the
game.
room, what were your individual goals starting the season? We've talked about team goals with some of the other guys. What did you want to try to accomplish this year? And then after that, what's it like playing in cold weather? So let's do the goals first in the cold weather. John, you start.
Yeah, I mean, this year my goals weren't really like numbers based as they have been in the past. I just kind of looked at it going into this year as this is probably my last year of playing. So I really wanted to, kind of just come into this year, play as hard as I can, and just enjoy the ride.
Okay, Sean?
Just coming in, just want to play a little more than I did last year, but also just kind of get everything out of my senior year that I could. And so far, I think I have.
Okay, JR?
Mine was to get like multiple quality starts on the mound pitching, and like improve defensively at first. So yeah.
Good. Sticking with you, what's it like playing? We've had some really tough weather, cold. What's it like pitching in the cold?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's super hard to like grip, especially like a breaking ball, because like the way I hold mine, it's like one finger. So in the cold, it could be really difficult.
Okay, Sean?
Yeah, it's tough. Like, even in Cooperstown, like, playing in the snow, I know it wasn't, like, a real game, but it kind of, like, changes the way you throw to first and just, like, the way you kind of have to approach, like, a ground ball and everything like that.
Do you go with short sleeves in the cold, or are you bundled up?
I'm usually bundled. Like, I rock the sleeves.
And then John?
Yeah, like Sean, I'm usually bundled up, so it just kind of makes moving around a little bit harder.
Me and John are always bundled.
That's hitting especially because, if you just catch it off the end get it on the hands, and that stings, Or it's like JR had said, it's hard to grip the ball, in the outfield trying to get the ball in as quick as possible. It's not always easy in the cold.
Okay, now you guys are all seniors. So what do you feel like your role is on the team as seniors, not just with the varsity team, but with some of the JV players that we've practiced with? John first.
I feel like my role is just kind of help them develop, help them understand what they need to do to become better. Kind of help them along and make sure that they're actually able to progress and perform well in the future.
Sean?
I just try to be, like, a good teammate, like, make jokes and stuff, like, not be too serious and, like, kind of take the pressure off them, because I know, like, when I came in as a freshman, it was a little, like, intimidating. But we had, like, a really good group there, so I just try to be like that and just kind of welcome in him.
What kind of jokes do you make?
Mostly about James Boyle, a few others, but that's what I'll say.
Okay, JR?
Yeah, I'd say probably just like setting like a good example, like keeping your composure during games, and like just like setting like an all-around good example of like how to like carry yourself.
JR, we're going to go to you next. Everybody's going to answer this question. Team bus rides and dinners. What are the bus rides like? And I know we haven't had a team dinner yet, but what do you get out of a team dinner? So bus rides and then team dinner, JR?
It's like a good team bonding moment, like the bus rides. You kind of just like talk like with your teammates about whatever. It's like music playing usually. And the team dinners are good because it like builds like character like among us, I guess.
Sean?
The bus rides are always actually really fun. Like the ride to Cooperstown was pretty it was pretty crazy but pretty fun, and like just going all around on the bus was pretty cool. And I know we haven't like had a team dinner, but like we've gone out a lot, like almost every week. So yeah, I like this year, like team chemistry wise, I feel like we were a lot closer than we were last year. Not that we weren't last year. I just feel like this group's a lot like closer.
Who plays the music on the bus?
That would be Jackson, I think.
Jackson and Noah.
Jackson and Noah.
It's always clean.
Always.
True. John, dinners, team dinners, what do you get out of them? And what are the bus rides like? And we'll talk about Cooperstown in a minute specifically, but just a general vibe on the bus. And what about team dinners? What do you really look to get out of those?
Yeah, I mean, team dinners is like the guys had said, it's a really good bonding experience. You know, it's a good way to really get to know everybody and kind of hang around with each other and kind of goof off without it being the pressure of, you know, we have to be playing right now or, you know, behaving ourselves because we're at practice or whatever it might be. You know, the bus rides, you know, it's always kind of try to get the energy up on the way there, and then, you know, if we, you know, win or lose on the way home, you know, try and keep the vibes high, try and, you know, not hang our heads.
Okay. Now, we did get to go to Cooperstown last weekend as we're recording this show. We went past weekend, which was a great trip. I thought we had a good time going through. I'm going to ask a series of about 5 or 6 questions. We'll start, you'll get all 5 straight in a row, and each person's going to get the same type of question and try to get a response, and what your reaction and what it was like for everybody. So, John, we're going to start with you. First of all, what were you looking forward to specifically on that Cooperstown trip before we went?
I think really just the opportunity to kind of go out and do a trip as a team. You know, we've never really done that before. So that opportunity to be able to go do something and have it not be close to home kind of thing, is kind of go out and experience something as a group.
Okay, what was the feeling like when you saw, I think Ryan said he texted a picture of the school bus, the short bus. What was it like when you saw that?
That was a little bit worrying. Everybody in the locker room kind of thought it was like AI generated. Like, we didn't think that we were going to be on a bus that little. So coming upstairs and actually seeing that outside was a little bit concerning. And
transitioning, what was it like the 4 hours on the bus ride out and back? Any highlights? And how did you handle it?
I mean, there wasn't really anything to handle. It was just kind of, you know, there were strange lulls of, like, everybody was trying to sleep or just doing nothing, and then there were times where people were hanging half out the window and, you know, yelling and playing music, and it was just kind of a back and forth of doing and not doing.
Was the trip what you expected?
I was not expecting snow.
Okay.
I was not expecting it to be 35 degrees and snowing during the game. But other than that, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Okay, what are you going to remember the most about the trip?
Probably playing in the snow. That and the bus rides. The bus rides was fun.
Okay, and who of the traveling party had the most fun? What do you think?
I don't know. I think we all had a lot of fun in different ways.
You have to pick somebody. Put you on the spot.
You're not going to hurt anyone's feelings, John.
I don't know. Noah and Julian seem to be having a lot of fun.
Okay, good. And what do you get 10 years from now? What are you going to tell your kids about the trip?
Probably like that idea of like group bonding experiences and how great they can be to kind of raise morale, especially after like a cold start to the season.
Okay, perfect. Sean, are you ready?
Always.
Cooperstown. I know you had a lot of fun at Cooperstown. What were you looking forward to before we started the trip?
Well, I was supposed to go in 2020, and then COVID happened, so like I never got to go, and I was really excited not just to do that, but also like to hang out with this group in like a baseball setting, but also like kind of more like a general hangout thing. But it was pretty awesome, yeah.
Okay, and we'll do the school bus. What was it like when you saw that picture of the minibus?
Yeah, as John previously stated, we thought it was an AI-generated image, but it was pretty bad because I didn't think we'd be able to get another bus. I also thought we were getting a coach bus, but
yeah,
that was
the message that was shared to us.
That was a bit of a letdown.
So, was it what you expected the whole trip?
Yeah, no. Like John said, I wasn't expecting snow, and then like when we woke up that day and saw like the weather, I wasn't even expecting we'd play. And then we got to the field, and then it turned out to be a scrimmage. Like everything kept changing, but like the stuff that wasn't baseball was what I expected. Like we'd all just like spend the whole time together and just like having fun. Like that was what I expected.
Okay, and what are you going to remember the most?
Probably Probably that like Sunday when after like the game and then walking around the Hall of Fame and walking around the town with everyone. That was pretty awesome. Just like hanging out and stuff like that was probably my favorite part of the trip.
Have you ever played in snow before?
No, never.
Did a snowflake take your eye out?
Yeah, I remember you had a lot of jokes about that because I said it was snowing and you started making fun of me, but no, it did not, luckily.
It didn't
No.
poke your eye out. Those snowflakes were big.
Yeah, those were really big snowflakes.
And then who do you think had the most fun?
I can't speak for other people, so I'll say I did. I thought I had a really good time.
And 10 years from now, if you have children, what are you going to tell them?
That I hit 3 home runs. I'm just kidding. No, just how much fun it was and how great of an experience it was. It was a great opportunity, and I'm glad I got to do it my senior year.
All right. JR, what were you looking for the most, the Cooperstown trip?
I was looking forward to most was hanging out with this group. Like Sean said, it's like probably a closer group than we've had. So just being able to like spend a weekend with them was what I was looking forward to.
Were you on the group that didn't get to go? No. So
No.
this was your first foray going. Okay. School bus, 4 hours. First of all, the mini bus. What was your reaction? Not but was there? You looked at it and just.
Well, I assumed it wasn't gonna work. Like I don't think all of our bags would have fit on the bus. Never mind all of us. So yeah, I was thinking there's no way.
And what was the bus ride like? What are you going to remember the most about the bus ride out and the bus ride back?
So I slept through most of the bus ride there, but the bus ride back was fun. Just like the energy on the bus, like the music, stuff like that.
And then was it what you expected? When we first left, you had expectations. Was it what you expected? And if it was, what was the highlight of it for you?
I would say like everything went as I expected besides the game, obviously being a 3-inning scrimmage. But yeah, I'd say the Sunday was probably what I'll remember the most, like walking around the town.
And what was it like pitching in the snow and on the mud mound?
Not ideal. Hard to keep your hands warm. You have to kind of like blow into them, but I couldn't really grip my curveball at all, but it was still like a cool experience anyway.
And what are you going to really remember the most? What are you going to look back on and remember?
I'd say maybe shout out Matt Driscoll buying the team a torpedo bat. That was pretty cool, so probably that.
Who do you think had the most fun?
I think Jackie probably did, freestyling and drumming on the water jug for like the entire bus ride.
Yeah, that.
And
that's made it
who had the
a lot
messiest room?
Julie and Jackie and Abe.
And what was your favorite food? What was your favorite dinner? What did you enjoy?
Probably the place we went, the first restaurant we went to.
What
like
did
that.
you get?
I think I got the pulled pork mac and cheese.
That's the second pulled pork mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Obi, what was your favorite food? Favorite meal?
Yeah, probably that first place we went. I got like the Hangover Burger, or whatever it was called. That was pretty good.
Okay, and John?
Yeah, probably that first place. I think it was like Upstate or something like that.
Yeah.
I got a burger. I don't remember what it was called, but it was pretty good.
That's so outstanding. You don't remember the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, JR came over to the team 2 years ago, right? You came over from the Tech, right?
Yeah, junior
So
year.
I've coached JR for the 2 years he's been on varsity. I've coached the two of these guys over here all 4 years.
Yes.
This question isn't specifically directed at me, but what advice would you guys give a high school coach to help them be more successful? John, start with you.
Maybe like, don't be afraid to make practices and things fun. Because I feel like you're going to get more engagement from everybody, and like people are really going to be trying harder and trying to be better when it's competitive and when like we're trying to win kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Sean?
Yeah, kind of like that. I think you have to encourage them to like have fun playing because it's a game, but also like have a focus on winning. I also think you got to build team chemistry early. Like, it makes it a lot harder to win on a team where no one really likes each other. So I think that's another big thing.
Okay, JR?
Yeah, I was gonna say like make sure you like focus on team chemistry because I feel like that can make people like play better in general because they're like just like looser and like feel comfortable around who they're with.
Okay, sticking with you, JR, what's something you've learned from Coach McManus over the course of your 2 years?
I think he helped me a lot with my form with pitching. just like some of like the mechanics. So I'd say that.
Okay, Sean?
He's helped me be like more aware for like situational stuff. Like I feel like we practice that a lot, and I feel like that's something I got a lot better at.
Okay, and John?
Yeah, I agree with Sean. Like situational things. In the outfield, where should I be backing up when there's different guys on base, or how many outs, or things like that.
And we're going to take on sayings that coaches preached over the last 2 or 3 years. Sean, you want to go first?
Oh no.
Or John?
No, I can give this a shot. I remember Joey G had some trouble with this quote last year. Isn't it like it takes 0% talent to give 100% effort? I think that's one.
That's one.
Yeah, that's
one. What do you got?
Well, that was going to be mine.
Sorry, J. Roofe.
I don't know. Come back to me.
Okay, that's fine. The failure one, 30%.
Oh, yeah. If you fail 7 out of 10 times, you're still considered great.
Okay, there you go. Gerald, you got one, JR?
Not off the top of my head. No.
That's your ball, bro.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, it's tough to go third. That's
Yeah.
what it is. So, all right, so now comes the favorite part of the show. We're going to get to know these guys a little bit more. I got a series of questions we're going to go through. JR's got the lucky seat because he will be the last one. She'll hear all the questions you can think of it.
Okay.
John's got the unlucky seat because he's got the first one. And Sean's got the even unluckier seat because I'm going to be really tough on Sean O'Brien on this one.
Dear.
All right, John, you ready to go? Hot seat. Here we go. Former teammate or present teammate you learned the most from?
Probably Austin Harper. Learned
Why?
a lot about hitting from him.
Okay. Other sports or activities with high school?
I did winter track, and I take sports photos for the school.
Favorite moment on your baseball career and favorite moment in high school career?
Favorite moment probably in my high school career was probably the double that I hit in Cooperstown.
Okay.
And then favorite moment baseball career was winning the championship in 7th grade for 50-70.
Excellent. Why do you play baseball?
Because have my whole life, it's kind of runs in my family. It's just a great sport to play.
What's the hardest thing you find out about playing baseball? What's the hardest thing for you?
Even when you do everything right, it still doesn't always work out.
Okay, what have you learned from baseball that you can apply in the classroom or to your future life?
Kind of the same thing. You can do everything right and things still don't work out. But also that, it's okay to fail as long as you bounce back and are ready to succeed next time.
Okay, favorite number and why do you wear it? Or the number you wear and why? Sorry.
14, it's what I wore last year, but it's also it's what my dad and I believe my uncle as well wore.
Okay, what do you like most about playing baseball?
It's a humbling game. It's also just, you can kind of tell when things are going to happen. You can tell when the momentum shifts and there's, a lot of energy around the team.
What's it like to play for Wilmington, your hometown? Have Wilmington across your chest.
It means a lot, going out there and really just trying to do everything we can to best represent the town and who we are as a group.
John, favorite player?
Growing up, I really liked Mookie Betts. Brock Holt, too, because he just kind of played everywhere. In Little League, that's what you did. You didn't really have one position that you played.
Okay, walk-up song?
Don't have one yet.
Don't have one
Still
yet?
trying to figure that out.
Okay, people who have influenced you to play the game and coached you want to credit.
I don't know. Family has been a big influence for me. My dad always helped teach me growing up, helped coach me.
And then coaches you want to credit?
I don't know. I've had quite a few coaches throughout the time. Obviously Coach McManus, and then Little League, probably Coach Bruslin.
Okay. And then what are you going to miss most?
I don't know, because baseball has been, what I've done every spring, as long as I can remember. So it's just kind of that, what do I do now,
And what's the future hold for John Roofe?
I'm going off to Southern New Hampshire University in the fall, study environmental science.
Environmental science. All right, Obi, you ready to go?
Always.
Sean O'Brien, favorite or former teammate or present teammate, who you learned the most from?
Probably Aiden Bolter. Like when I first came up to varsity, I feel like he was very welcoming and he was a good teammate.
Other sports or activities you did at high school?
I played basketball until my junior year. So
Any activities?
Work at UPS.
Oh, there you go. Favorite moment, career and for high school?
My favorite high school moment was probably the Cooperstown trip. That was a really cool experience. And then favorite baseball moment, probably my first home run in Little League.
And who'd you hit off of?
That'd be Anthony Cummings.
Why do you play baseball?
I've always loved baseball. I didn't start until like pretty late, like 5th or 6th grade, but I just love playing baseball.
Okay, what's the hardest thing for you to do in baseball? Hardest thing for you.
What is it?
What's the hardest thing for you to do? Baseball.
Sometimes you get put in a big spot and it can be hard to come through.
Okay, and what have you learned in athletics and baseball that you can apply to the classroom and/or the future?
Definitely teamwork. I think that's a big thing you learn like early on. I think that's why it's important for kids to play sports when they're younger. Is you learn teamwork and working with other people.
What number do you wear and why?
I wear 13. I remember it was like one of my early numbers, and I've just always kind of stuck with it.
Okay, not that it's a jinx number because it's like
No.
unlucky 13.
No.
No. And
Unlucky
then,
for the
what do you
pitchers.
like the most about playing baseball?
Probably the team aspect. I really like like this group. I've never really played on a team I didn't like playing for. I think that's probably the best part. And like,
What's it like playing for Wilmington, your hometown?
it means a lot, because you lose a lot of kids to Tech, or you lose a lot of kids to like other schools. Like we almost lost JR even. So, but it means a lot. Like play all 4 years here.
And who's your favorite player? If you had
Uh,
one growing up.
I used to like Mookie Betts. I remember like 2018. That
And
was
your
pretty
walk-up song?
I don't really have one yet. I haven't thought of one.
You do sing a lot, so why
I
don't
s-
we have you sing the song? Did you sing at Cooperstown?
No, I would never sing.
Weren't you on the mic at the stadium?
I can't recall.
I think that's true. Why don't you have to admit it? Who has influenced you and what coach do you want to credit?
Probably Jim Boyle. Seriously, my first 2 years were always really fun. Like I had a lot of fun on those JV teams. Coach Uftring, I remember those summer teams were really, really fun. Coach McManus, obviously. Yeah, I've been lucky to have some really good coaches.
Okay, what are you going to miss the most about baseball, high school sports?
Just hanging out with the team. That's always been the best part.
And what's the future hold for my good friend Sean O'Brien?
Going to Fitchburg State, gonna major in criminal justice and maybe pursue law enforcement.
Oh, good. All right, JR. Next, JR Haggerty, former teammate or present teammate you learned the most from. It could be at any spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aiden Balter too, just because we played the same position, so we were always like standing next to each other talking during like IO and stuff like that. So we got pretty close, and we still hang out now. So
Oh, good. Other sports or activities you do at the high school?
I played football for the first time this year.
How was that?
It was good
It was
experience.
a fun year?
Yeah.
Favorite moment, baseball, all time and high school wise?
All time, I'll say when I threw a no-hitter in 8th grade, and high school was probably the first game after transferring here from the Tech, just like realizing like all of like my childhood friends are like on the team, so I'll like get to play with them again.
Why do you play baseball?
I don't know. I just started when I was young and kept going.
Okay, what's the hardest thing for you baseball wise?
Hitting.
Hitting?
No. Yeah, I don't know. Hitting, I guess.
It's better than saying if you said throwing strikes. At least you're
Yeah,
hitting.
yeah.
What's something you learned playing ball or sports that you'll take on in the rest of your life that you can apply to the rest of your life?
Just like being like comfortable with like failure and like being able to learn from it instead of like dwell on it.
Okay, and how does baseball benefit you? You transferred over. How does that benefit you? Say play with your friends, but what did you really take from coming back to high school?
Just like reconnecting with like people who I used to be really close with and then kind of like drifted once high school started. So like just like reconnecting with like people that I was close with.
Okay, what number do you wear and why?
I wear 6 and I don't know why I wear it. I would wear 11, but Noah has it.
Why would you wear 11?
Because it's what I've worn my whole life. I was born November 11th, so 11/11.
That's a really good reason. That's like
Yeah.
the best reason. You were born on the 13th of the 13th month. What's it feel like to play? You came back to high school to play for your hometown.
It feels good, yeah. Just like being able to like play for like the school system that like I was in for so long.
And then what do you like most about playing baseball?
just like the sense of like the competition, like us versus them, like just being able to like compete with like your guys.
JR, favorite player?
I liked David Ortiz or maybe like Chris Sale, one of the two.
And a walk-up song?
I might do Paranoid by Black Sabbath again.
Okay. And then who has influenced you and coach you want to credit?
Just like the whole Wilmington coaching staff, like making like the transition easy. Coach Uffdrink, like Sean said, those summer ball teams are fun. And Coach Kane for the Orioles in the majors.
Does anybody influence you other than a coach?
Well, my dad was like always with like assistant coach a lot of the teams that I played for, so definitely him.
All right. And then what are you going to miss the most?
Probably just like the sense of like competition again, like going out and competing. Like there's not really like many like moments to do that like besides sports. So once that's over, it's just kind of done.
What's the future hold for JR Haggerty?
I'm going to the University of Rhode Island, and I'm going to become a firefighter.
Rhody.
Rams.
That's great.
That was awesome.
So the good news is I had children who went to Rhode Island, and I know that, Jan. I actually have my picture sitting on the Ram outside of the student union there, too. So now we get a chance to give you guys get a chance to do a shout out. So my two friends on the couch, you look at those cameras right there. Gerald, you look right here. You can shout at anyone you want. Please do not forget someone, because if you forget someone, I cannot edit it back in, right? And when they see this and you forgot them, they usually yell at me, not you. All right, are you ready, Mr. Roofe?
Sure.
Hold on, first, nickname, John. You got a nickname?
Not really.
Roof Dog.
Roof Dog.
You got a nickname?
Obi.
Obi?
JR is my nickname.
Yeah.
So
What's your real name?
John Robert Haggerty.
We're not allowed to call you JJ, right?
No, not JJ.
Sorry. I'm a pain in the butt. Like I said, I've had these guys 2 years and 4 years. So
You're too
I
much,
think,
James.
I think I'm allowed to. All right, so John, you ready to go? You're first. Look right in that camera.
All right. Shout out my family. Shout out everybody that I've had as teammates throughout baseball.
All right, Sean O'Brien.
Definitely my family, my mom and dad, my siblings, and yeah, all my teammates, definitely. And Jim Boyle.
Not Jim Boyle.
Well, I mean, like, I'm staring at you and you're like this.
Yeah, Sam, you did forget somebody.
Who?
Nobody. I'll tell you later.
Meredith.
Did
I get it?
Shout out to my parents for getting me started with baseball. Shout out to my sister for coming to the games. And shout out to the coaches that I've had along the way.
All right, awesome. Obi, I thought you forgot to shout your girlfriend out. I'm sorry.
Shout out Meredith.
Okay. It's sort of like a Saturday Night Live skit with you, you know. This is the real neat thing.
I'm actually not trying to do that.
I know you're not. That's your normal thing. Listen, it was great having you guys on the show.
You have an awful voice anyway.
So I've got around the room, John Roofe, Sean O'Brien, JR Haggerty. Thanks for coming in. These are the last of my senior class that I've had on the show. So again, thank you for coming on. So for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.